I see one person might be in here. So listen, I know somebody gonna listen to this later, but I had the opportunity to talk to this lady tonight. I believe her name was Rose. Her story was very interesting. Come to find out, she from Philly. She grew up coming from the same neighborhood that I grew up from. But this lady been through so much stuff. She was telling me how she spent 10 years in prison, and she was telling me how she was very abused by her husband, who was a Latin king. And she was telling me how they unallowed um, somebody in Philly. Uh, and then she also shared with me that she was a victim of the Kensington Strangler. I remember they were talking about that years ago in the news. I think he had got a double life sentence for that. So it's just ironic that you meet somebody that have not the same story but similar stories. I mean, so I'm glad I had the opportunity to talk to her because it also has you think. It also had you think that it could be any one of us. Like she was telling me that she was she was messing around with meth and how it affected her body. She had like holes in her neck and also her leg. And she was telling me just 2 weeks ago, her husband they got in an argument and he threw her out the car on the highway on Route 73. So she stays at my hotel because they got a program for domestic for women who be in domestic violence. So they kind of like hide them in hotels so the person who abused them won't see them. And her story was very, very interesting, man. It was very it makes you think because the stuff that she went through and she's doing through now because she's still using drugs, she's still out there doing her thing, but the stuff that she went through and she's still here breathing. And it just makes you think how, you know, people think they go through stuff and these people be out here, they've been beat up, stabbed, shot, been in prison, been abused all their life, and they're still here. And that's why we can't take anything for granted for being here because any one of us could have took that path. You know what I mean? Out there. You know what I mean? So, what's up, Miss T? I can't really look at it too much because I'm driving. But I just got on here just to talk for a few minutes before going home. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Yeah. But thanks for you and Tango coming in. But yeah, so it just made me think of me growing up in Philly, what my mom went through and the stuff she went through. And I'm looking at her to kind of give me like a reflection on, you know, the stuff my mom went through, the hardship she been through, the aggravation and assault that she been through. So it kind of like made me think like, and then think about myself like, wow, I really thank God I made it out of Philly because, you know, I could be in that situation. You know what I mean? So I just listen to her and I just encourage the best way I can because just to look at her, you could tell she was like 44 years old, but looked like she about 70. The drugs and the alcohol and liquor really tore her up, her body up. And when you drink like that, it just changed your whole reflection of how you look. So I just made me think. So I'm probably gonna be getting on June channel soon. We're gonna do some stories about. I don't want to give it up too much, but we're gonna do some interviews on my life in Philly where how I grew up, and the stuff I went through, and it just made me thankful for all the close calls and near death that I went through. So that got me to know that God let me be here for a reason. And that's why I'm saying, man, I don't take any day, anything for granted, because it gives any day, any moment, any one of us can get Eve out of here. You know what I mean? A lot of people didn't make it home. Some people didn't wake up this morning. So I just thank God for that. So with that being said, just got on here, just want to talk a little bit, but I thank you for the two that came in. Appreciate it, and stay tuned for more lives. And I just got to find out how to promote it better, get more people in here. And I got like almost 2,000 subs, and should be a lot more people in here, but I get better at it. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Peace.